Hey, Gray. All right, so we are officially live on multiple platforms, and let's see. So, today we're going to talk about how to generate 25K in 90 days. Now, I'm not going to spill all of the how to generate the 25K in 90 days. I'm going to tell you the three things that you're going to need in order to have an effective 25K launch in 90 days. I see you over there, Bruce. What's going on? So listen, so if you are watching, regardless of what platform you're watching on, do me a favor, drop your I can see some of y'all. So tell me where you chiming in from first and foremost. All right. So let me know where you're chiming in from. And then I'm going to share with you like the three core things. Then I'm going to invite you to my training that I am hosting. All right. And I'm going to give y'all a website. Matter of fact, if you are on you probably see it on like LinkedIn and Facebook right now. You probably see it on YouTube. But if you're on that platform, you're going to see the actual links, 10extrawebinars.com. If somebody can type that on Instagram for me, that would be awesome. So I see Atlanta, I see Dallas, I see Sydney, but that's Sydney's name. So hello. All right, so real quick, right? If this is the first time that you're hearing sound of my voice, my name is Dakisha Williams. I'm a webinar strategist and virtual training platform strategist. What I do is I help you generate leads and generate sales in this online space, y'all. All right. So a lot of people leave a lot of money on the table when they are not utilizing the online training platforms in their business. And so what I see happening all the time is I see a lot of people going live on different platforms. I even see people that are speaking on stages and getting paid to speak. Now, listen, there's nothing wrong with getting paid to speak. But what I will ask you is, one, are you generating leads from the speaking presentation? Are you building your own audience, right? So this is specifically for my speakers. And then how are you following up with the people that participated at this particular event? How are you following up with them? Do you have a system in place in order for you to follow up when you're speaking? Y'all see my exercise? I love it. Anyway, so that's my question to you, right? And so even my coaches, consultants, and course creators, you guys, here's what I'm seeing from you. And you can show some love, some emojis. You can type me in the chat if this resonates with you. All right. But a lot of my course creators, a lot of my consultants, my business coaches, you guys are having a hard time with getting more clients to sign up in your signature program. Is that a yes or a yes? Is that a yes or a yes? Anybody willing to be like transparent enough? Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I know I was that person too, and I know back when I launched my first online digital course, I would. Hey, Lena, I think Lena, are you registered for today? I know when I launched my first course, I had a very, very hard time getting people to enroll into that course. I didn't have a process. I didn't have a strategy. I just know that they said that there was money where there was money in this $300 billion industry at that point, right? Because that's what they told us. And so create a course. Now you got this course. Nobody is enrolling in it. Anybody feeling that? All right. So I thought it was just me for a second. So here are three things, right? Three things that I know that you're going to need in order to have a successful 25K launch. And so I'm actually doing a training. The training is called How to Generate 25K in 90 Days. If you have not registered, we have a few seats left. It kind of filled up within the last 24 hours. And I'm actually going to be walking you through the process that I did, not only did we do a 10K launch, we did a $24,000 launch, and then we did a $35,000 launch. And this was all in a matter of 9 months. I typed the link, but it's not showing on my end. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you though. So if you go to 10xyourwebinars.com, 10xyourwebinars.com, you'll be able to grab your seat to the special training. So 10xyourwebinars.com. Go ahead and grab the last couple of seats that are available, and I'm going to be walking you through those particular items. But here's the first thing that you need to have a successful launch. Y'all ready? And I want y'all to take notes because I want to know that y'all paying attention. I don't care what platform you're on, but I want you to take notes. All right. So the first thing that I know that you're going to need is a core offer. All right. So you need to have a very good understanding of what your prospective clients are going through so that you can be able to develop, or at least check this out, or at least have an idea of what it is that you want to offer them at the end of the client journey. Somebody type client journey. This is the piece that we always miss, you guys. We were having our monthly membership call this week, and I ain't gonna call no names. I ain't gonna throw them under the bus. All right. So one of our members was like, well, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna do a lot of social media and I'm gonna put my offer out there. And I'm like, but do they really know who you are? And do they know what you're offering and why they need it? She's like, oh, well, no, not really. Bingo. That's because oftentimes we as business coaches, consultants, whatever area or industry you're in, we try to skip through the client journey. Like, I always say it's almost like buying a house or buying a car, right? Most of us have done one or the other, if not once, multiple times, right? And so when we have a need where we either A, need to move, or B, we need some wheels, right? There's a process that you have to go through unless you're paying cash. If you're not paying cash, you have to get funded. Does that make sense? So in order to get funded, what do you have to do? You got to apply, right? You have to apply, then you have to be approved, and then it's funded, and then you get the house or you get the car, you get the wheels, right? And so doing business online is very similar to that. And this is what I want all of you guys to understand, regardless whether you've been in this space for a while, regardless whether you're brand new to this space. What's happening is sometimes we try to cut corners. And when we're trying to sell a high ticket program, when we're trying to sell a digital course, like, you can't cut corners. You have to take people through the process. There's some people that have been on my list for 3 years that are still like, Coach D, oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. Coach D, like, you on my list and I want to work with you, period, point blank, right? And I respect that. They're just not ready. Okay, and that's cool. So number one was having a core offer. And so one of the things that I tell my students and I tell my clients is the core offer does not have to be developed. All right, so we'll talk about that in the training too, because I know a lot of y'all like, wait, what? Yep. Nope. Your core offer does not have to be developed. Now, here is the other thing I need you guys to understand. All right. Number two, what do you need to have? Baby, you got to have somebody you're talking to. You got to have an audience. So I want you to type audience, right? Here's another big red flag that I see by clients that are struggling with getting people to enroll into their programs. Like, they're out here promoting, but they don't have a tribe. They don't have an audience. So you have to ask yourself, what are you doing in order to build your audience? What are you doing in order to build your tribe? I mean, who you going to sell? Nobody. You got to have an audience, y'all. You have to build your tribe. So you have to do the work. And don't get me wrong. Like, it doesn't have to be, here's what I'm going to say. Like, your list does not have to be huge. I absolutely promise you that. As a matter of fact, one of my students in the monthly membership program, she did a webinar last year. No one showed, right? She did a webinar this year following our guidance and our process. She actually had 16 people that showed up or registered. I think they showed up, right? And she was so excited. She was like, well, you know what? I'll take my 16 because last year ain't nobody showed, right? But guess what? Out of those 16, she has 3 people waiting on her waiting list right now that's going to be upgraded into a $300 program. 3 times 3, that's $900. So that's close to $1,000. Is my math right? That's normally I don't go wrong in the math. So if I think she's selling it for like $297, right? And that was just webinar number 1. So of course, what y'all think I told her to do? I told her to do it again, right? That's so she can continue to build her audience. Like that is so that she can continue to build her audience. So, and then the last and third thing that you need to have in order to generate 25K in your business, you got to have a sales process. You have to have a sales process. This is a piece that we miss. Like there is an actual step-by-step process that I use in my business in order to either get leads, get appointments, or get sales. All right. But it doesn't happen like overnight. So I have a sales process. So some people recognize when they come through the sales process and some people they don't, right? But of course, a webinar is a part of the sales process. But here's the beautiful thing that I love about webinars, y'all. The webinars can actually be at the beginning of the client journey. It can be in the middle of the client journey, and it can be at the end of the client journey. Now, you got to tune in to 10extrawebinars.com to find out what in the world am I talking about. All right. So I'm just trying to school y'all a little bit. I ain't trying to give you everything, but just a little bit so that you can understand, like, if you really truly want to have a 5-figure launch, some of my clients just want to do $5,000. Some of them want to do $10,000. Some want to do $100,000. Like it's still a process. You're still using the same blueprint in order to get the end result. So somebody type blueprint, right? Cool beans. So with that being said, I'm gonna recap the 3 things and I'm gonna invite you to join me. Grab your last couple of seats. 10xyourwebinars.com. It is in the description. So if you did not see it, like on the screen, I'm checking to see how many people have registered. So yeah, I think we got like 20 spots left. So number 1, what did I say? Have a core offer. You have to understand the solution that you provide. So that means that you have to understand the problem that you're solving. Number 2, you have to have an audience. You can't go out here and like speaking to absolutely nobody. I mean, it's just period point blank. All right. So you got to have an audience. And so I teach my tribe members how they can actually build their audience. All right. That's cool. Y'all got it. I see y'all type the third thing. Third thing is a sales process. So type that in your notes. All right. Sales process. And so when you put those 3 things together, so offer, audience, process, offer, audience, sales process, right? That's what is the creation of your 5-figure launch. And so typically we like to do 25K every quarter. 25K every quarter equals out to $100,000 a year. That should be your stepping stone. That should not be the end all be all, because $100,000 is really not a whole lot of money. I'm just saying. I hate to break it down to you, but we're going to get you there at first, right? Thank you. Don't take us as money makers. Have a core offer, audience, and sales process. So listen, so that's just the beginning. That's just kind of tip of the iceberg. So you have to come to the training, 10xyourwebinars.com, 10xyourwebinars.com. And actually, if you are on Instagram, if you click the link in my bio, guess what the first link is? Come on, somebody. First link in my bio is going to be an invitation to our upcoming training. So click that link in the bio once you log off. And if you're watching it on any other platform, the link is going to be in the description. It says www.10xyourwebinars.com. All right, so listen, so I'm out of here because I got to get ready. So my name is Dakisha Williams, your webinar strategist. Guess what? Be passionate, be purposeful, but more importantly, be profitable. I'll see you guys next time.